Yo, what's up, Chain Gang? This is Cheney Live coming at y'all with another vlog again. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a minute. We have been on standby for a minute. We've just been working out some things, working out some kinks, getting new equipment, making new music for the channel. We've been working, y'all. Y'all haven't seen us, but we have been behind the scenes getting the work done, ladies and gentlemen. However, I just wanted to come back and rock with y'all. As y'all can see, I got a new hairdo, y'all. You know, it's still in the development stages, but yeah, we trying something a little different. You know what I mean? We doing something a little different. Let's go around, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, to make a long story short, y'all, this particular vlog, I wanted to talk about, you know, getting spankings after your siblings get their spankings, you know. Being last in line, right? Like me personally, I have two brothers, okay? I love them dearly. I have a big brother. My biggest bro always had my back, always protected me. You know, whenever I get frustrated and want to run away from home, he was always faster than me. He could always chase me down, all right? Always took care of me, fed me, gave me entertainment around the crib. When my parents would leave, he was in charge, you know what I mean? He ran the crib. He taught us ninja skills. I don't even know, I think he learned them from Kung Fu Connection and Bruce Lee movies and what was that stuff that came on Saturday? Kung Fu something, man. Okay, it used to come on television. All right, all my Wu-Tang people know about this, right? What was that stuff called? So anyway, we learned karate from Kung Fu movies, okay? So anyway, y'all, my big brother, he was good for that. You know, he taught you Kung Fu. He had you around there. We thought he was a real ninja. Like, he told us once that he was a ninja. And we was like, for real? You a ninja? You know, because there was big age difference. You know, we was real little kids. So he would put on all black. And when my parents would sleep, he would sneak out the house and he would be in the street just doing all these ninja moves, right? And we would be looking, and we'd be looking out the window like, oh snap, he a real ninja, you know what I'm saying? And winos and crackheads and stuff would be coming down the street, and he would be out there like, you know, he didn't have no real sword. He just used like, you know, like this, it was like this little bar thing that you put on your weight bar when you lifting, you know what I mean? And he'd be out in the street swinging that stuff around. They'd be like, oh shit. And then crackheads would start running and be scared. He would get to chasing them, and it was incredible. You know what I'm saying? We was like, damn, my brother is a real ninja. You know what I mean? Awesome, man. It was just incredible. Having a big bro like that was incredible, right? Growing up. Then I got my middle bro, right? Now, the cool thing about my middle bro, my middle brother is like close to my age. We like a year and something apart. Like we came spontaneously. We weren't scheduled to come. It was an accident, really, you know? Like we wasn't even supposed to be here, you know? So y'all gotta thank my mom that Cheney Live is here, goddamn, because yeah, I wasn't even supposed to be here. Like, I wasn't in the plan. Like, they tried everything to make me, and it just wasn't meant to be. And by the glory and grace of God, I came. You know what I'm saying? I was told, it was told, from my knowledge, it was told that I was by no way, shape, or form possible of coming to this earth Like, ma'am, Cheney mom, it don't look like you can have any babies. You know what I'm saying? Don't look like you can have any babies. You know, so I know you've been trying and that's something you want to do, but you might as well go on and get that out your head, because scientifically and medically, it is impossible. You've tried several times and it wasn't successful. You've even started the process, and we have had to, and the process was aborted on several occasions. You cannot do this, okay? But I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Over science, over medical knowledge and wisdom and experience, guess what? Cheney Live is here, baby. And the Chain Gang is here, baby. All because who make the final decision, y'all? Who make the final rules? God Almighty. That's what I thought. So anywho, we here now. But to make a long story short, my middle brother, my middle brother was cold, y'all. Boy, me and my middle brother, like I said, we was close to the same age. So we went to elementary school together. We went to middle school together, right? I'm going to tell y'all one quick story. Then I'm going to get to the point of the video. All right. So one quick story. You know, we in middle school. We go on a trip to the circus, y'all. The circus. You know what's messed up? The circus is gone, ladies and gentlemen. They deemed the circus to be cruel to animals, cruel to clowns. Yo, clowns was scary as a mug if you wasn't old enough. Like, you can't mess with no clown unless you a certain age. You know, I tried to take my son to the circus. My son and my daughters was cool. My son ain't mess with no clowns. He ain't mess with clowns. If you was in a Pokemon suit, he did not rock with you. He like, get this thing, this funny looking thing that's supposed to be on television out my face. Point blank. Trying to take him to the Six Flags. Saw Tigger, man, in a costume, went crazy. I'm like, why are you climbing up me like a little monkey? I look over and I see Tigger, and he looking at that, and he like, boy, if he come over here, I'ma bite this ear off. My son did not rock with any people in costumes. And I understand that. That's why y'all need to be careful of what y'all show y'all kids on television at a young age. These little cartoons, when they 3 years old, when they too young to understand that these are drawings coming to life, okay, they look like demons, all right? And Disney will purposely make a cartoon, a demon, into a cartoon just to expose your children to some satanic stuff. You know what I'm saying? So stop letting your kids watch TV at a young age. All right, back to the story, y'all. So big bro, right? Middle bro. All right, so we go to the circus. I'm in the circus. I'm watching the animal, I'm watching the people doing tricks. I'm having a good time. I got girls all around me. You know what I'm saying? I'm laughing and joking. We all see that we having a good time. And some hater, right? I'm probably like 13. Okay, but where I come from, I'm in the 7th grade, right? But where I come from, in the 7th grade, you had kids that was 16 in the 7th grade. I'm like, dude, get these guys out of here. Now, no, don't get me wrong. I love some of these. Some of these guys was from my hood, okay? So some of these guys I had great relationships with. They had my back. They watched my back, things of that nature. But the problem is, when you try to hold on to a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old and keep them in school, and you know they got problems, and you know they need special help, but you try to keep them in school and you try to keep them moving forward, that's cool. But they like big and grown, and you got them around all these young kids, and they beating the young kids up, and they treating the young kids like dirt. They stealing their lunch money, taking their lunch. You know, they don't have no training. You know, they already mentally messed up. That's why they 17 in the 7th grade. So we had to deal with all that type of stuff. We had to go to school with grown-ass men and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Which was just my people understand. Everybody don't understand and haven't experienced this, right? So make it all story short, I had this big kid, grown-ass man, probably 16, 17. I'm 13. I'm with my age group. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. All right? So he decide I'm having a little bit too much fun. I'm a little bit too impressive. Okay? I'm getting too much attention. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching the circus and I'm talking to my friends and the young ladies around me, and we having a good time. And I feel something nudge me on the back of the head like this, right? So I turn around, I'm like, dude, what was that? And I don't see it, and don't nobody say nothing to move, right? But I'm looking at the people behind me, and I'm saying to myself, you know what? 9 out of 10 times, it's this big dude right here, shit, you know, being a hater, right? All right, anyway, let me go back to the show. I'm gonna let that one slide. So I'm going through, I'm doing my thing, I'm enjoying the show. I feel it again. I turn around and I see the big dude lean back. I'm like, all right, cool. I know who it is. Now it's on, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do my damnedest to ignore this fool. I'm gonna do my damnedest to ignore this fool. But I was raised, okay, to scrap with anybody, no matter their age, their size, anybody, bro, can catch it, right? All right, but I'm on a school trip. I don't want to cause no trouble, man. We having a good time. I don't want no smoke if I can avoid it, right? To make a long story short, circus over with. I'm like, all right, let's see how this go. All right. So the dude is on the same, gotta ride the same bus as me, because he in the 7th grade, just like me. All right, so we get on the bus. I'm doing my thing. Just laughing and joking with my friends, entertaining everybody. That's what Cheney Live do, right? Then the dude stand up and he be like, yo, if you don't stop running your mouth, I'ma smack this out of you. You know what I mean? Y'all know what he said. I wasn't even talking to this dude. And I'm like, oh yeah? I'm like, well, come over here and do it. I'm like, let's do it. So he get up, right? He walk over there to me. I'm on a bus, you know, these the classic yellow buses. See, when we went on trips, we used yellow buses, y'all. But when we went to school, we didn't have no bus. We had to walk to school, or we had to catch the public bus. Buses are for the royal areas. All y'all that catch a yellow bus to school, y'all are just blessed, okay? Where I come from, you don't catch no yellow bus to school. You get on a big people bus with the winos and crackheads and old ladies and business and men that's trying to make it in the world. Or you walk to school for freaking 3 to 10 miles, okay? And that's how you got there. 9 out of 10 times I walked to school. All right, that's how I got to school. I walked through alleyways. I walked through all types of cuts and crevices. I walked through where trouble was, and a lot of times got into incidents because of that. But that's just the cost of being from where I'm from. So back to the story, right? So this dude get up. He walk over to me, And he like, dude, I will smack you right now. And I said, go ahead and do it, bro. Smack me right now and let's see what happens. So he put his finger in my face like this. So I hit his hand. I was like, man, you better get your finger out my damn face. And he started laughing. He was like, I'm glad you got that energy right there. He said, when we get off this bus at this McDonald's, let me tell you something else from where I'm from. For lunch after the daggone circus, they took us to McDonald's. And one bus at a time had to get off the bus, go in there, get your food, and get back on the bus. All right. What kind of trip is this? You know what I mean? But this is just how it was. So to make a long story short, he like, all right, when we get off this bus, we're gonna see what you think. I'm like, perfect. I'm like, let's go, right? But really, I wasn't saying that. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was like, yo, this dude is like twice my size. I'm gonna scrap with him. I'm gonna give him 100%. I'm gonna give him what he's looking for, but I can't guarantee that I'm gonna win this one. But I am going to give him the smoke. All right? Bam. So here's what happens, y'all. So I get off the bus. We lined up. They make a line. He in the line. He ahead of me. He like 5 people ahead of me, right? And he turned around. He not even facing forward like he's supposed to. He looking at me. And he like, And I'm sitting there looking like, right? And I'm facing forward. And I'm looking at him and he looking at me. And I'm like, right? So next thing you know, we get to the door of McDonald's. The line is moving forward. We get to the door of McDonald's, right? Boom, my middle brother, bro. I will always love him for this. So my middle brother, he inside the door with a couple of his homeboys, right? And he's sitting there and he's smiling at me. He like, yo, look at this fool, bro, going to McDonald's. You know, just like regular brother stuff. And he looked at my face and I'm looking like this, y'all. You know, you don't want Cheney Live mad face, bro. It's brutal. It makes people crumble into pieces, right? So I'm looking like this. And he's saying to he was smiling, his face was like, it was funny, y'all. And he was like, what's wrong? He was like, trying to ask me what's wrong. I was like, yo. I said, this dude right here, I said, I'm about to kill this dude. He couldn't hear me because I was a distance from him, but he saw me point the dude out, right? So the dude get into the door of McDonald's. My brother was like, yo. He was like, yo, you said you messing with my brother, dude? And all his homeboys crowded around this dude. Like, this dude was like, dude. He climbed up on the table. He was sitting on the table like, nah, it ain't like that. My brother was like, he said, yo, what y'all want to do? Y'all want to do it right now? What y'all want to do? And the dude was like, nah, we good, man. We good. I ain't know he was with y'all. I ain't know the whole backdrop story and shit. I don't want none. Because see, my brother, he was an 8th grader. You know what I'm saying? Both of us been left back a year or 2. All right, maybe a year. Year for him, 2 for me, all right? We wasn't perfect, all right? But to make a long story short, so he was about to do age. And then his homeboy was about to do age too, just about. But they was in the 8th, you feel me? So they was like, dude, we will destroy you in this McDonald's restaurant. And the dude did not want no smoke. I mean, we went to school. I mean, by the time you was 15 or 16, you done been shot. You done been stabbed. I mean, these are the people that we grew up with. You know what I'm saying? So it was no joke. But to make a long story short, y'all, guess what? Love you, middle bro. You did your thing. Always had my back in situations. We used to go to freaking Eastern Shore And we used to scrap all day because we was from the city and my grandparents would be from the country. Let me tell you something. Me and middle bro, we used to scrap all day, okay? Because we was always put in situations, all right? We came from deep, my family was well off, right? We weren't completely down and out like some other families. So we were pretty nice. We had nice things. You know, God bless and thank my parents for providing a certain lifestyle for us growing up, right? I gotta give them credit for that. But at the same time, because of the environment that we were in, those blessings, you know, caused a lot of conflict socially with the people around us, you know what I mean? So that's just one little story about me and my middle bro. But we used to have to go to Eastern Shore and go to Virginia, and we was from Baltimore. So we was like a step ahead on a lot of stuff at that time. You know, I think everything is kind of evened out now. But at that time, we was a step ahead on certain things when it came to clothes, music, things of that nature. So man, they would drop us off at summer camp like, all right, y'all, go on, have fun. They didn't know. They was old school. My grandparents was old. They didn't know how the game was. They like, you'll make friends. You'll figure it out. Drop your ass off in the middle of nowhere. So you had to scrap. So we scrapped from day one. We would scrap with these dudes. They like, you city boys this and you city boys that. And we would just scrap. But one thing they was right about is after we would scrap for about a month with every person in there, we had to scrap with every person in there. After about a month, they loved us. We created some of the best bonds with these people from a whole nother state that you could even imagine. You would never imagine how great, you know. And this, I mean, we done had dance battles with these people, like against other parts of the state. It was incredible, man. So my grandparents, they knew that. They knew that once we got through whatever it was we needed to get through, that we would connect with these people. And they were damn sure right. So I love you, mom and pop for that. Now, the point of the video, y'all, is the spankings, y'all. When you got siblings, okay? For whatever reason, when you got siblings and all of y'all get in trouble together, you always got a spanking in a certain order. And it was from oldest to youngest, man. Oldest to youngest, man. All right? So check this out. I was the youngest, all right? Now, the oldest is thinking totally opposite than the youngest. The oldest is thinking, man, this sucks. I gotta go first. I gotta get beat first. This is horrible. Why can't he get beat first? And why can't he get beat first? And why can't he get beat first? And they just go down the line and they just thinking that way, right? Dude, you have no idea. So the big one going in and get beat first. The oldest one going in and get beat first. Right? The middle one is like, oh damn, I'm gonna lose an arm. I'm gonna lose a leg. The middle one shook. The young one like, dude, that sound like the worst spanking I done heard in my life. I can't believe that this is about to happen to me, you know? So then the middle one going in. And let me tell you something about this middle one, y'all. This middle one would put on the biggest damn performance, bro. This middle one would make that you thought he was getting shot. That's how bad he would scream. You thought he was getting shot. All right? So imagine having to get a spanking after a sibling that sound like he getting shot, y'all. He was extra. I don't care how gangster he was in these streets, when it came to getting a spanking, all of that was gone, okay? This middle one would scream so bad that while he was getting beat, I would go run to my mom. I'd be like, Mom, I start rubbing her leg like, Mom, stop him. Tell him to stop. Like, Mom, stop him. Stop him. She'd be on the phone like, yeah. She'd be laughing with her girlfriend. She's like, boy, you better get over there and get your ass whipped. I don't want to hear none of that, man. And she just laughing and joking. I'm like, Mom, stop him. Stop him. Do it. She's like, boy, you better get in there and get your ass beat. All right, I don't want to hear this shit. I'm having a good time. She laughing and joking on the phone. I'm like, do she know I'm about to die? And she laughing and joking, and my life is on the line, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so guess what? Middle brother didn't make it. Big brother made it a little bit, but middle brother, he didn't make it. I don't even hear no sound coming from him no more. So I know I'm dead, y'all. I know I'm dead, y'all. I am done. Boy, I go in there, it's my turn. And it always start the same. Put your hands on the bed, turn around. And it ends in complete turmoil. Y'all think breakdancing was invented in the Bronx by some people spinning on cardboard. Breakdancing was invented on the floor by getting beat with a belt, ladies and gentlemen. Getting hit in all from different angles and areas. Boy, you be spinning on your head, goddamn, by the time that belts get to going off on you, Jack. It's a wrap. A wrap. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, to all the siblings, people out there that have siblings, they are your it's a blessing to have them. They come in handy when you need them. But when it comes down to getting spankings, y'all, you better be the first child. The middle child ain't holding no ground. And the last child, he's going to suffer the most, because the last child, not only is he going to get beat, but he's going to have mental trauma from listening to the spankings that came before him. So with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Cheney Live. I am back again, y'all. This is the beginning of something great, new, and incredible. You guys are a part of this journey. Thank you so much for liking the videos, subscribing to the channel, sharing the videos, expanding this journey to another level, and continue to rock with me. I love y'all, and I will see you on the next vlog.